Hello. So today I want to talk about twin flames and how they are the initiate and the guide. So when we think of twin flames, most people think of the term and how it has become popular like within the past 15 years, 10, 15 years, right around there. But the truth is, twin flames have been around for a very, very long time. They just didn't have that title. Twin flames date back to like biblical times with Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Now, I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, but you know, it is what it is. That's something you're going to have to heal through. So, twin flames represent the union, the sacred union between the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And that happens within oneself first, and then it occurs between the two, the two twin flames, the two bodies with the one soul. And I talk about it in the book, Unnecessary Chaos. I go into detail about the masculine and the feminine energies merging together as one with the divine, which is the Holy Grail. The actual Holy Grail is not a chalice. I mean, the chalice represents the Holy Grail, but the Holy Grail is actually the feminine, the masculine, and the divine all coming together as one. That is what the Holy Grail is. And this is something that has been going on for a very long time. When we talk about this sacred union, the sacred sexual union, it refers back to the tantric union of Matuna. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't speak Sanskrit, but I think that's how it's pronounced. That is the sacred sexual union that takes place between the feminine and the masculine energies, an embodiment of the feminine and masculine. In that sacred tantric union, it all begins with an initiation where both parties, the masculine and the feminine, go through a series of initiations. And we call that today the twin flame journey. We call that the journey. All of the tests and the trials and the separations and all the things that you go through mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how you change and become a completely different version of yourself. You become the truest version of yourself. You no longer are inauthentic. You become your most authentic version through the initiation. And if you're not familiar with Indian culture, then we can look at another story of twin flames, which is in the Bible, and that is in the book of Esther. King Ahasuerus and Queen Vashti were married, and the king was a ruler of many kingdoms, from India all the way to Ethiopia. And his first wife, Vashti, was not his twin flame. In fact, the king often shared his wife with his drinking buddies. It even says in the Bible, in the third year of his reign, which lets you know that this is not the first time this happened, but it's the first time that Queen Vashti said, "No, I'm not in the mood for it tonight." He throws a big party. All his buddies are there. They're all drinking. And he's like, "All right, bring Vashti over. We're going to share him with the boys." And Vashti's like, "Nope, not tonight." Well, the king gets pissed off and he gets rid of Queen Vashti. But then the sacred union comes together after preparation. It's Queen Esther and King Ahasuerus. But Queen Esther has to go through a year of preparation. And in the Bible, it says a year, but who knows how long a year was back then? We don't know. Obviously, she went on a twin flame journey, just like you, if you're listening to this. And King Ahasuerus went on his own journey. So they both were prepared for the divine union, the divine sacred union when they came together. And you can go look at it in the Bible and read further. You probably will find more insights into it. Allow your true soul essence to speak to you. You know, when you read the Bible, you can allow your higher consciousness to reveal things to you and go deeper than the words on the paper. That's the whole purpose of the Bible, is not to read the words on the paper. It's to allow your higher consciousness, your God consciousness, to speak to you and reveal the truths. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear will see and hear what they need to. But back to the twin flames. So there is an initiation. And if you're listening to this video, you are probably a twin flame and you have probably been on this journey, and you know what I'm talking about when I say initiation. It is a true initiation, but you are being initiated to become your true soul essence, to remember who you are, to come into sacred union within your own self, the feminine and the masculine, and then to come into sacred union with your twin flame. Now, I know there's a lot of beliefs out there, but my own personal belief and what I have, the things that I have been given as far as visions and divine information, you have one twin flame. One. Because if we look at the fact that the twin flame is the same soul in two different bodies, a feminine and a masculine body or energy, well, you can't have more than one. I mean, are you saying that your soul has been dissected into several different pieces and parts, and now all of a sudden you've got a bunch of different twin flames? No, you can have a bunch of different soulmates, but you only have one twin flame. And twin flame love, true twin flame love, never dies. It doesn't matter how many lifetimes, you will always find each other in each lifetime. You never forget each other. And when you meet each other, when you look into each other's eyes, there is that soul recognition. Undeniable. It cannot be denied by either person. The love never dies. It doesn't matter how many people come against you to cause division within the union, and they will come against you. I mean, just look at it. In the book of Esther, they tried to annihilate an entire nation of people. An entire nation of people. So if you think that people won't come up against your union, your twin flame union, you better think again. And then with Jesus and Mary Magdalene, they killed him. I mean, they killed him. There will be all kinds of adversity and people trying to cause division between you and your twin flame, because they know what your love can do to a nation, to a world. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they try to do. The love will remain. It doesn't matter how many disagreements or arguments you have with each other. It doesn't matter how many times you've said stupid things to each other, things that you regret, things that you wish you could take back and change. It doesn't matter. You always forgive each other, no matter how many times you come into disagreements. You always forgive each other because the love never dies. It's always there. It's always a part of you. No matter the distance, no matter if there's geographical distance or if there's emotional distance, it doesn't matter. The love still lives on. No matter how long it's been since you've talked to each other or seen each other, the love still lives on. And you may even find that in the distance from each other, the love actually grows stronger, which is really odd. You think distance would cause the love to diminish, but with true twin flames, the love does not diminish in distance. It actually grows stronger and more prominent. And you have encounters, and I know you know what I'm talking about. You have spiritual encounters with each other. You have telepathy with each other. You can hear each other's thoughts. You can feel each other's energies. You are in each other's dreams. Even if there's distance, even if there's been years since you've talked to each other, these things still occur because the love never dies. Because the soul is one, it never dies. the love just continues to grow, even in the absence of each other. So we've talked about the initiation portion. Now we're going to talk about the guide. Because twin flames don't just come together to love each other. I mean, yes, that's a big part of it. You want to be with the person that your soul belongs to, but you are here to guide others into divine sacred union within themselves first, and then within the one that they share a soul bond with. And it may not be twin flame. There's not as many twin flames as we think there are, but they do exist. Most bonds are soulmate bonds, and that's still good. I mean, a soulmate bond is still good. It feels good, it feels real, but it's not going to have all of the telltale signs that a twin flame bond has. So you come together to help activate others. You become the guide, you become the activation portal for others to come together, for others to recognize and experience what divine love truly is. Because there is a big difference between commercial love and divine love. They are worlds apart from each other. And humanity is evolving into divine love, agape love, unconditional love. And twin flames represent unconditional love, no conditions. Back to, doesn't matter the stupid things you've said to each other, doesn't matter the arguments, you always forgive each other, you always love each other, you always return to each other. It's unconditional. And I felt it was important to put this video out because there are a lot of different versions of twin flame stories and definitions and cultures swarming around the media and the mainstream or YouTube or wherever, Facebook. And we need to know the truth. We need to know the truth because some people will settle. They'll settle for someone that is not their twin flame. And they'll justify it however they need to justify it, because that's what humans do. We justify the choices we make. That's what humans do. But if you are a true twin flame, it doesn't matter how many times you try to justify a choice other than your twin, your heart will always have that bond, always have that love, and always have that longing for each other. So if you are a true twin flame and you know it, and you've had the telltale signs, you've had the telepathy, you've had the soul recognition, you've had the dreams, you've had the spiritual encounters, you've had all these things, and you know it, don't settle. I'm telling you right now, don't settle, because nobody will ever fill your heart like your twin flame will, ever. You find each other in every single lifetime, and you are meant to come together. Hold on to each other. Hold on to faith. Hold on to belief, and allow the divine to work the divine plan to bring you back together. I am sending you all lots of agape love and lots of activation energy.